Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexander Whitkin, and today I want to talk about one of my absolute favorite things in the world, and that is tea. So tea has many forms, colors, and all things, and tastes and medicinal benefits. But the tea I want to specifically talk about is Camellia sinensis, I believe is how it's pronounced. That's a scientific name for tea, which is the tea plant from Asia, and it's grown in Asia and Africa and South America. But mostly, most of the tea in the world comes out of Asia and Africa. As you guys probably know, China, Japan, India, these are all places where tea is grown. Green tea is what people usually think of, but there's also black tea, pu'er, oolong, white tea. These are all variations of the Camellia sinensis plant. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah, that's a scientific name for tea, and it is the traditional tea that is used in Chinese tea ceremony, Japanese tea ceremony. It is just such a wonderful plant because it has such a nice taste, and the way it's harvested and aged, fermented, and the age that the plant, the leaves themselves were plucked, that all influences the type of tea it is and the quality. So there's so many different kinds of tea that you can find. There's so many different kinds of green tea, oolong, pu'er, black tea. Anyway, that's just a little bit of information about tea and what I'm talking about when I talk about Chinese tea ceremony. I also want to talk a little bit about herbal tea because there's so many different kinds of herbal tea. I am South African and grew up drinking the South African famous herbal tea called rooibos, which is a favorite to many, and it just tastes really wonderful when served, in my preference, with honey and sometimes some kind of a milk. It's so tasty and has many health benefits. It's super antioxidant, good for the liver. There's so many medicinal herbal teas that are out there: ginger, turmeric, chamomile for sleeping. Ginger and turmeric's good for digestion. For anxiety, there's so many different teas you could drink, like catnip, skullcap, passion flower. There's so many different kinds. So there's benefits of drinking tea, of traditional tea and herbal tea. There's so many benefits. So whatever it is that you are looking to boost in your body or in your health, you can find something to help support that through herbal tea or traditional tea. And that's just what makes it so beautiful. So also I wanted to get into showing you guys what tea ceremony is. And so Chinese tea ceremony is traditionally done with something like this, with a little tea table. You got your cups, you got your pouring cup, you got your tea kettle or your gaiwan, which is another serving or brewing vessel, and I love the gaiwan. But right now I have my teapot filled up, and for the sake of the video, I'm just going to explain how tea ceremony is done. So first you'll pour some hot water in your teapot with the herb, and then you do a quick steep, so maybe like 10 to 30 seconds at the most, and then you pour it out into our cup here. And then from here we'll fill up our cups, any cups that we're going to use to serve, and this is going to heat up all of the cups and heat up all of the tea utensils that we're using. And then that first brew, that initial brew, we end up pouring out. And in this case, I am pouring it onto my Buddha, which is a tea pet that came with my tea set. And I see this as an offering to the Buddha or whatever tea pet you have. It could be anything. There's all sorts of tea pets out there: animals, dragons, frogs with a coin in the mouth, mythical creatures. In this case, I have the Buddha, and I see it as an offering to the Buddha. And it's just a nice way to pay tribute to spirit in whatever way that you would like to. And also the first brew serves, as I said, to heat up everything. So when you do your first brew that you're actually going to drink, I already poured this in here, so we're just going to use this. It kind of just makes everything nice and warm and pleasurable for that first cup. And during the first steep, you get to appreciate the smells, the smell of the tea before you even put it in the teapot. And then you can smell it as it's brewing. And it's just a beautiful little experience. But then this will be our first brew of actually drinking the tea. And then we can fully embrace the tea very mindfully. So yummy. I am drinking pu'er right now, and I really love pu'er. It's probably one of my favorite teas. I also really love green tea. And I love oolong and black tea too. So I really love all different kinds of tea. For me, you know, there's a lot of reasons to drink tea. It's high in antioxidants. It has caffeine, so it's energizing, but it's also balanced and calming because it has L-theanine and other compounds in it that, you know, make it not super jittery. So it's a great alternative. It's a great pre-workout if you don't like drinking coffee. Drinking some green tea before a workout could definitely be a nice way to kind of energize yourself and get your blood flow going a little bit. It's a lovely morning ritual. Doing tea, drinking tea, brewing tea, and serving tea in the morning is one of my favorite ways to kind of just get my body back into life, get it warmed up, and just get those beautiful feelings of the tea in my body and all of my senses. It's just such a Zen practice. I love sitting with this tea table. I got this tea table from Umi Tea Sets, and I'll actually put a little link in my description, and I'll give my little discount code that if you want to go and buy a tea set or buy some tea gear, you can totally do that. And yeah, I just really encourage everyone to drink more tea because it is such a good thing to do to boost our immunity, to be happy, to enjoy Mother Nature, because nature blessed us with this tea and it just connects us to nature, I feel like, in such a beautiful way. You know, even sitting here in my living room, I could look out the window and see the mountains, drink the tea, and just be so grateful for Mother Nature. And it's just such a beautiful practice. I can't say enough about it. It's easily one of my favorite things of all time. And anyway, if you like this video, please do leave me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'm always interested in engaging more with my viewers. So if you have any questions or anything you want me to create, please just let me know and engage with me. I would love that. Thank you so much. Enjoy drinking your tea and take care of yourself. You are so loved. I hope you know that. Namaste.